What's going on, y'all? JT here with an unboxing of the all-new Arrma KRATON 4S version 2. So there's a couple things I'm going to do a little different with this unboxing. I actually have a version 1 that I'm going to do a kind of side-by-side comparisons for this. So you guys know that this is the newest release from Arrma. It does have several updates on it. This is going to be a little bit larger than the previous version. I'm going to show that to you guys too. And then also it has several other updates in it too. You guys see it does have here CVD drive shafts in it. It also has metal input gears on it. And also all metal gear diffs too. But it's also several other things that are, let me shine a little light on here that you guys can see there with that as well. Now I did do kind of an RC update on this, so you guys did see some of the features, but I'm kind of curious of how much larger this is than the previous version 1. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to quit my yap. I'm not going to go through most of these technical details because I did that in the RC update and you guys can kind of read that. I'll put a link down below in the description of where you can buy this. And then I also have several other things too that I have that I'm going to be using with this vehicle. So let me go ahead and let me get this top off of this and let's take a look to see what's inside. And you guys know it. Look at that. Gotta love the smell of a new RC car. So this is the teal black and white color. And this does look bigger than the previous version. So I'm gonna get all this out. That looks good sitting up in there. Wow, that is bigger. That looks almost just as they had in the picture, the size of the 8S. I mean, not the 8S, the 6S KRATON. So let me get this out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to also get the version 1 out so we can just do a quick side-by-side comparison. So give me just a minute and we'll be back. Or give me a couple minutes. It's going to take a second for you guys. All right, y'all. So getting this out, this does look good. This looks good, looks good, looks good. We have been waiting, Arrma, for a long time for these 4S models to be re-released. And I'm so glad that you did this, that you guys came back out with this. And I'm glad you did some needed updates to this too. So before we get, I guess, into doing a quick comparisons of this to the previous version, I did go ahead and get a couple of things. I did want to kind of make sure everything's new with this. So I do have some 2 and 3S Lipos. You guys can see this here. Got these from Speed Tech RC. I'll put a link down in the description below. So this is what I'm going to be running this on 3S and then also on 4S as well. So these are 2 5,000 milliamp 50C Lipos all ready to go. Now these are brand new and I wanted to kind of keep everything new with this. So not only do I have that for new, I also have over here a new charger. So this is one of the new Gens Ace chargers. I'm going to put links in the description for all of this. So this is a new dual charge. So this is going to be pretty cool because I can charge both of my batteries at the same time with this. Now this charger can do up to 15 amps, but you can't charge 15 amps at the same time, which I don't think anybody want to, but it's going to be good to go ahead and use a brand new charger and stuff too for this. And then also I got this neat little tool set from CCXRC. So I'm going to put a link down in the description. This is going to come in really, really handy because a lot of times you guys know I'm out and sometimes something breaks or something comes loose and I'm like, man, I ain't got my tool set. So now I can actually leave this in what I call the Scoopy Mobile, which is my SUV. I could just leave this in here and have a tool set in the house. So this is going to come in real handy. So I'll leave a link down below in the description for this as well. When he first released these, I think the first 2 times he came out, these sold out quick. So I was very, very, very blessed and good to get this on his 3rd release. So I'll leave links in the description below. If you guys are fans of CCXRC, go over there and check his channel out. He's got a lot of awesome stuff on it. He's also got some little mini monsters I'm probably going to get into real soon with that. So I'm going to put this aside and I know what you guys want to see before we get into this is going to be a quick side-by-side comparisons of this to the actual for the version 2 to the actual version 1. So there you guys go. Pachow. So I'm going to go live, like I said, tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. So stay tuned for that. And we're going to get more in depth and looking more at comparing these two when I go live tonight. But you guys can see right off the bat that the wheelbase, of course, is a little bit different there. Of course, this is, I think, 17% larger than this one, so which is good. And there's tons of other differences. You guys see the new wing there compared to this previous wing here. And of course, this has just got upgraded tires and stuff on it. But this has got tires and wheels. I love these actual tires. They give you good grip that are like on the 6S model. And then of course the bodies, even though they look like they're constructed somewhat the same, take this off real quick and show you guys. See, that's not going to work because it is longer. Just so you guys know, some of you guys that want to try to convert one to another. So there's major differences with those as well. Like I said, tune in tonight because I'll be going live and we can answer all you guys' questions. We can take a little bit more in-depth look at both of them and stuff as well tonight. So tonight I'm stressing that a lot. I know I'm going to beat a dead horse, but tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, we will go live and we can get up close and personal and I can answer any questions you guys may have about the new version 2 compared to the version 1. And we can look at a couple of things too. We may even take some things apart with that. But anyway, other differences you guys see, look at those beautiful shocks that are on here compared to what's on the version 1. So that was some of the stuff that people had issues with, that Arrma went ahead and they just did an upgrade on it. So I'm glad that they did that. These are actually aluminum. They're not threaded body. They do have the kind of spacers in there, but it's better than these shocks that they have here, because these shocks did have leakages periodically. And then also the drive shafts, even though this is, let me shed a little light too. There we go. Even though this is plastic, up in here is where we were breaking a lot of stuff. So these are going to be a lot beefier than what's on this version 1. Shock towers in the front, you guys see those compared to here. This is a lot beefier. And like I said, once again, tonight we'll go live and we can get in depth with that. And of course, this chassis is going to be a little bit longer too than this that's on the version 1. I believe, what kV is this? I can't remember. It's been so long. Yes, it's a 2400 kV, and I believe this is a 2400 kV too. Motor cans seem to be the same size, but this is going to be a little bit different. This is a BLX and this is a Spectrum one. But they both have, as you guys see, the heat sink and also the fan on both of those too. I'm curious to open these up and look at the slipper clutch that's in here, and then also looking at that plate. So we might do that when we go live a little bit later tonight. And then the speed controls are different. I believe this is 130 amps and this is 120 amp, and the servos and stuff are different too. So there are differences between the two. And then also I'm gonna flip these around real quick. There are differences too, as you guys see there in the wheelie bar. So that's a lot stronger. And then also in the wing mount, and that looks stronger than what's on this version 1. And then you guys see here sway bars. It has that on the front and the rear, where the previous model does not have that. So this ought to perform good. This one was a performer. It was good. It did have a couple of things that need to be adjusted and worked on, and Arrma actually did that with these models here. I'm kind of curious about this tower to tower brace, if that's kind of one of the same ones they use on their 8-scale models. Thickness feels a little bit thicker. I can't really tell. I don't have anything to really measure with myself right now, but they both still, of course, have that tower to tower brace. They have this shaft in here with the bearing on it, but that looks, oh, that's a lot different too. Look at that, guys. So that looks like that's kind of molded into the chassis. You guys can see that there, where this one was like they do on the 3S models. It's just a clip that clips on there and the bearing goes on top of that. So that's actually pretty good that that's molded into the chassis. That's good. So I wonder how the Outcast is. I'm pretty sure the Outcast has it molded into the chassis too. So that's something that's pretty new and unique too. And this drive shaft looks a lot different too. Probably can't tell too much there, but it is different. So they did a lot of things to make this a lot different than the version 1, which is good, guys. I'm just glad they did that. You has a little cat pack on here too with that. And I mean, the underbelly is going to look pretty much the same. And then other differences are going to be these A-arms. Look how much beefier these A-arms are. And they do have the way this is molded to kind of protect that, where this is kind of on the outside. And I believe they did that for the front and for the rear. So we'll turn this around and look at the front real quick. So these A-arms do look a lot beefier. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to flip this over. So flipping these over, and I got a lot of stuff in there that just came out. So anyway, to clean that up. So you guys see the differences in the A-arms too. These A-arms are a lot thicker and a lot beefier than the previous version 1. And I believe these are longer too. I don't know by how much, but you can tell they are a lot longer than the previous version 1 is too. You guys see this mold of the chassis, pretty much the same there. They just kind of stretched it out and made that longer, which is good. So if you have a version 1, you want to convert to a version 2, you're going to have to get several things. You're going to have to get chassis, A-arms. The drive shafts may work, but you probably want to go ahead and upgrade the drive shafts and stuff too. So you're going to be doing a kind of a complete makeover with that. So anyway, let me flip this back over. Let me clean up that little mess down there, and let's take a look at this bad boy, because I do kind of want to look at it up close and look at a couple of things on it. All right, y'all, back to this. Let's see, little light on there. So real quick, you do get the get this not to glare too much. You do get the SLT3 radio with this. Now, I haven't had any issues in the past with this. It's been very responsive and stuff, and it is a 2.4 gigahertz radio that does use 4 AA's for it. And then looking at your bag of goodies over here, you do get a couple things in here. You do get some shock spacers. This glare may not be killing y'all, but it's annoying me a little bit. So you do get some shock spacers in there, and you also get a little tool and stuff to work with your tires and wheels, or at least to get those wheel nuts off of those tires, and a couple of things. And then you of course get your instruction manual, and I do advise you just take a couple of minutes and go through your instruction manual, familiarize yourself with the vehicle as always before you go out and running. So all right, now back to this beauty. Put all this over to the side. So they haven't changed too much as far as the body design goes. I don't think there was anything wrong with the original design, so there was no real reason to do anything with this. They do kind of have these protections on the front of it, so if you do flip your car, you're more eating into these instead of eating into your body post and stuff for it. But it does look good, guys. These cars always look so much better in person. And then of course, taking this top off, now we can shed a little light because we're not going to be having too much of a glare on it, but this looks good laid out on the inside. These are adjustable, the body posts are, so of course you can put different bodies on here. I'm kind of curious though. Tonight when we go live, I'll bring out one of my 8S truggies, but I'm gonna go get one of my bodies real quick that I use on my Talon, because I'm curious if this can fit a normal size 8 scale truggy body on it. So give me just a second. I'm gonna go get that real quick. All right, we're back with some bodies. So I'm kind of curious of this, because if you guys have been following me for a while, I did do for my 4S Kraton, I actually converted it to a 4S Talon. I used a Proline Bulldog body, I think, on it. Actually fit pretty good on there, but I'm going to see how the 8 scale ones would fit. And would you looky there? You may have to redo the holes and stuff for it, but for those of you guys kind of wanting a 4S Talon, there you go. You can fit that body on there with a little bit of trimming and stuff. Not too much trimming probably. You may have to maybe trim a little bit off, probably not, but you can fit that on there. And what I was really curious about was seeing if this body would fit on there, and it actually can. So you guys can see this here. I think that any truggy body, you may have to trim a little bit off the back. It just depends on how you want this to set on there, but you can actually make that work. So look at that right there. So looky there, looky there. So you guys know, actually look at that. It fits right in the rear one that I have for the Talon, and I doubt it fits in the front. Let's see. Nah, I think the 2 holes are like right here. So you can actually fit one of these bodies on here. So that's a good thing. The 2 holes in the back actually fit in the front. You're going to have to make some adjustments. And I know you guys are already thinking about things right now with this. So this is an old Losi 8 body too, in case you guys are kind of wondering what body this is. This is a Losi 8 body. So, you know, my mind is thinking about, I think I got one more of these clear bodies left, and it's kind of hard to find these, but you guys know what I'm thinking with this is sometime in the future. So anyway, back to this truck real quick. I said I wasn't going to try to go too long with this video, but I actually am going long. So you guys know you can fit 2 2S's or 1 4S or 1 3S. That's kind of why they give you kind of this looper here with that. So you can just fit 1 battery in there. The battery tray is also different too. And I saw this earlier, and I thought that was pretty cool and unique. So you guys see this in here. So if you have a battery that's possibly too short, I'm believing that you can push this kind of forward to fit that battery in there. I'm believing what that's for. So I myself need to look at the instructions and kind of educate myself on this vehicle. That's actually pretty cool. Trying to see, that can probably actually come out too if you don't want to use that, or if you got a battery that's too long in there. But this battery tray is big enough to fit a standard 4S LiPo in here. Let me get this 4S LiPo. All right, so here's a standard 4S 5000 milliamp LiPo, and you got plenty of room to fit that in there. That's actually a really good fit for there too. So that is a good thing. Sometimes this glare kind of gets to me. So that is a good thing with that. So I can fit all my 4S's in here. And I even have some 6S's if you guys want to go 6S. I got some 4000 milliamp 6S's that'll fit up in here too. And probably a 4000 or 5000 milliamp 6S will fit too. So we'll have to think about that at some other point in time. But I do want to kind of get this out and get this running on 3S, and then also get it on 4S. So you guys know what tomorrow is Saturday. So we will be doing a super speed Saturday test on this to get this out and get this rolling, to see what kind of speeds we can get and see if we can get that 55 miles per hour out the box on this. So that'll be pretty interesting to get this out and get this rolling. So that's a quick, or what I wanted to be a quick look at this. It wasn't too quick because I did the comparisons, but stay tuned tonight. Like I said, 9 p.m. Eastern, we will be going live. I'm probably going to put some lights on here at some point in time. So I'll show you guys probably what I'll do if I put some lights on here and where I'm getting my light kit from. So we'll talk about that when we go live tonight. But that is a look real quick at the all new Arrma KRATON 4S. We've been waiting a long time for these models to come back out. We are happy that they're here. I'm saying we, as me, myself, and I, are happy that they're here. And we're going to put this against the other 4S models too at some point in time. I have the Skeeter, and then I also have the Max. So that's going to be good to do a side-by-side comparisons, a cost comparisons, and stuff with those two vehicles. So I do have to get him a little dirty, and do have to run them a couple of times and then try to get them all three out. Matter of fact, if you guys want me to bring them out and we go live tonight, put it in the comments below. Just put the number 3. Just put yes and number 3. And then I'll try to make sure that I have the Skeeter and also the Max out when we go live tonight. So we can just talk about all 3 of these vehicles, because there is slight cost differences between this and the Skeeter and then the Max. Of course, the Max, I think $100 more. Skeeter is going to be $20 more, I think it is, because this is $469. The Skeeter is $489. The Max is $579. So we'll get all those out if you guys, if I get 10 yes, 10 individual people that says yes 3 in the comments, and then we'll get those out tonight when we go live with this. So anyway, guys, don't forget to like or dislike and put your comments down below, and I'll see you guys in several hours from now tonight when we go live. Thanks, guys, for watching.